volume turned up for that one.
Ole Miss won the toss, and they want the football. It is a beautiful day if you're not wearing a tie and a CBS blazer, and you're just sitting around in your shorts. Picture perfect afternoon. Nathan Dybert's got it teed up. Dayton Wade waits on the other end, and we're underway. And Ole Miss will bring it out to the 25 to start things off.
LSU was offsides on the kickoff. They're going to get an option for what to do for Ole Miss. The bottom of the screen, I think, right here is offside.
Offside. Kicking team number 25. 5-yard penalty will be added to the touchback spot. Good first down, Ole Miss.
So we hear from Jason Autry before we even have a snap. Our referee today and our Papa John's starting lineups starts with this guy, number 2. Played at USC last season. Last week against Auburn. 3 touchdowns and over 100 yards rushing. And the rest of the offense. And here's his big play man, Jonathan Mingo, averages 23 yards a catch, which is tops in the SEC. Quinshon Judkins with Dart in the backfield. Throw out in the flat. And a good gain on first down to Jordan Watkins. The LSU defense lines up like this. If you want to get pressure on the quarterback, this would be your guy. B.J. Ojulari, one of the leaders of the team, wearing that famed number 18 jersey. It's quite an honor here. They fake the toss sweep, and Dart zips it to the outside. Complete. Nice step again by Watkins. And they're immediately down in LSU territory.
Amazing. We look at the tape, and when you watch Ole Miss throw the ball, they love to throw the ball into the boundary hash. It's a shorter throw, and you can keep the defenders in front of you. They tacked it often during the game.
They barely had time to move the chain gang from the 37-yard line, which is the first down, and a pickup of 1 more.
I love what Jackson Dart did right there. I thought watching tape he was a bit too brave running the football, getting hit too many times. If it's there, go for it. But on that one, didn't have much.
Get down.
Get to the ground.
Play fake to Judkins, and he's going to go deep. Man's out there. What a catch by Mingo at the 1-yard line.
Pass is completed, number 1.
Are we watching Tennessee? Because they cross the receivers, and that's what gets Mingo open. Man-to-man coverage to the outside, and he just beats Garner, number 2.
Judkins fighting toward the goal line. Got a flag down.
Judkins carried the ball.
They always go fast after a big play, and that also takes away the chance for the overturn. I don't think there was no way to overturn that.
5-yard penalty from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
So that'll back it up to the 6.
Always interested when these tempo teams go fast near the goal line and blow 5 yards like that.
Yep.
You know.
Still first down. First and goal, 6 yards.
Dart having a conversation with his freshman tailback Judkins, who sets up behind him in a pistol set. Judkins straight ahead, touchdown Ole Miss.
Judkins carried the ball 6 yards for the touchdown.
The hidden strength of this Ole Miss team is their execution on the offensive line. There's the reason these guys are gaining all these yards. Up front, they're blocking. Caleb Warren, number 54, helps to his right of the defensive tackle, gets on the linebacker, a beautiful run, and instead of 1 yard, it's 6 yards.
6, that's right. And an opening drive that covered 70. Jonathan Cruz in for the point after. Just inside the right upright. So first it was a couple of throws to Jordan Watkins. Then the long ball to the guy said leads the conference in yards per catch, Mingo. Then after the penalty, straight ahead for the freshman sensation, Judkins. 70 yards in 5 plays, 7-0 Rebels. When we're done here in Baton Rouge, what a way to open a game, huh?
Well, and if there's anybody that goes against the grain in his play calling, it's Lane Kiffin. I mean, if you're a running team, he comes out here and throws it right at him, right from the start.
That answered Rick Neuheisel's question. Can they win without Dart throwing the ball around?
I don't know nowadays if anybody, as I answered down there, I don't know if you can do it, especially at this level, just being a one-dimensional team any longer.
Cruz has got it teed up. Noah Kane is waiting back around the 5-yard line. Backpedals and calls a fair catch, so LSU will bring it out to their first series at the 25. And our lineups are presented by Papa John's. And it starts with number 5, Jaden Daniels. First time we saw him was way back when he was a freshman at Arizona State.
We did.
In a Sun Bowl.
And he's still tall and he can still throw it.
He's a little bit bigger.
Yep.
Here's the rest of the gang that joins him. And how often, if ever, do you have 2 freshman tackles over on the edge?
I've been doing it 30 years. Have you ever seen it?
I don't remember, but those 2 guys are really good already.
To be honest, I don't remember either.
We're assuming we haven't seen it.
Yes, exactly.
First down at the 25. Good tough run by Josh Williams, who picked up about 7 against the Ole Miss defense. And here they are. A.J. Finley, their leading tackler back there in the secondary, comes in with 53 tackles, had a game-saving and deciding interception last week in the win over Auburn. Daniels this time keeps it, and he's got the first down out at the 39.
First down for the Tigers.
So everybody runs this play now. Inside keep, flare the wing back out to the outside, and the quarterback reads it like a triple option. The man in the flats like the pitch man.
Here comes the first pitch from Daniels, and it's complete out to his tight end, Mason Taylor.
And it's a good thing he threw that one to the outside, because if that one had been on target, I think McMillan would have had it.
Pick up at 5, 2nd and 5. Took a minute for Malik Neighbors to get back. He had run a deep route. Now it's Williams again. And he blasts his way for a first down.
First down.
So if you watch last year's game that Ole Miss won against LSU, LSU only rushed for 78 yards. Now, I know Ole Miss has got the rushing attack, but LSU needs to get in the 150 range to win this game, I believe.
First down, the Ole Miss 47. Noah Kane shifts sides next to his quarterback. The tight end motions. The snap was a little high. Daniels handles it and then takes off, and he's still running. Took a big hit, but he picked up about 13. And now there's a little talking going on between Daniels and Isheem Young.
Isheem Young, their safety, and they play their safeties. There's about 5 of them that move all over the field. You really don't know what they've got. Practically 5 hybrid safeties on the field. Half corner, half safety.
2 tight end set. 2 Taylors, in fact, at tight end for LSU. First down at the 34.
Whoa.
I don't know what went wrong there, but Daniels got back to the line of
Whatever
scrimmage.
went wrong, Otis Reese loved it, because coming off the edge. And again, that's the attacking defense that this Ole Miss team does. Coming off the edge, you don't know which one of these safeties or where they're going to line up or where they come from. And that time, Ole Miss didn't handle it, and they lose. Excuse me, LSU didn't handle it.
Daniels going to go deep. He's got a man out there. Incomplete, but interference. Going to be an interference on Igbinosa.
Yeah. Brian Thomas runs a kind of a stutter and go, and if the ball would have been on target, it's easy touchdown, but a good penalty for Ole Miss. Stutter and go, beautiful call. And that is no argument from anyone from Ole Miss about that being a pass interference.
Even if you're looking for our AT&T 5G pylon cam, you can see that one from every angle. So first down by penalty. Josh Williams comes back in at tailback for the Tigers. First down at the 19. And it's Williams who's had a good drive, and he goes inside the 15.
Yeah, I feel right now if you're calling plays for LSU, offensive coordinator Mike Denbrock, you're going, boy, this is working out as good as I could have hoped.
Absolutely.
I'm running the ball. My quarterback, if it's not there, is keeping it. No mistakes, good throws. He's in control of the game, calling the plays for LSU.
Second down and 5 at the 14. Quick throw out in the flat, complete to Lacey, and Lacey's got a first down.
So the shift that time into the boundary, they got leverage. They actually had their tight end and 3 receivers, so they shift. Here's the tight end, and then they got 3 receivers, so they've got the leverage in this play. Get it out to them all the way you know it. You got the numbers, and it works successfully.
So it's first and goal at the 7. As you look behind Jaden Daniels and into the teeth of the Ole Miss defense, trying to slow down LSU. Brian Thomas, the motion man. Williams, somebody's helmet came off in the middle of all that. It's going to be Frazier who's going to have to come out for a play. Well, they're spotted just inside the 6. Tremont Shorts comes back in to take Frazier's spot.
And because of the substitution, Ole Miss takes advantage of it and subs one of the big guys inside nice and calmly.
Daniels trying to get a word to his offensive lineman, and they don't want to waste an opportunity here. They're taking time out with the clock winding down.
Brian Kelly was not happy with the resetting of the play clock because of the helmet coming off. Both of them are really good at converting third down.
We'll get to that point eventually.
Yes, have to, don't they?
Second and goal just outside the 5. Keyshawn Boutte had a little bit of a move into the slot. Daniels looks his way. They go to the corner of the end zone, just through his hands.
You gotta want your receiver to go up and get that one. I think Keyshawn Boutte misjudged this. You got to jump up, turn around, and catch this. They cross the receivers again, out and in. He's got him on the fade. The little pick. Yeah, it might have been a little farther than I thought.
Yep.
Let's call it just an overthrow. Second look looks like I was wrong and Keyshawn wasn't.
He had 2 yards on the defender. Should have been an easier touchdown. Mason Taylor, the tight end, on the move. Third down and goal, so we do have a third down. Jaden Daniels fires it and got it. No, out of bounds. Malik Neighbors just couldn't quite get the foot down. He still thinks he got it, but I don't think so.
Deontay Prince, number 7, I believe, is there. Let's see if he shoves him out.
Ooh.
No, his right foot came outside. It was on the white line, I believe. This is the look. This is the look.
This is a perfect shot.
I think the shove is just enough. Good job by Prince.
Couldn't be any closer.
Deontay Prince has only given up 7 receptions all year, and he did a great job. Just a little shove, I think, got him outside of a touchdown.
He's wearing size 11 instead of 12. That might have been a touchdown. The field goal is good, though. Ramos picks up 3 for the Tigers. Oh, so close to a tie game. Instead, the Tigers have to settle for 3.
College football down the road at Georgia, and in 2021 he was drafted by the New York Giants. Now, while Georgia recruited Ojulari hard, he wanted to create his own legacy, so he told me after just 1 trip to LSU it felt like home. The brothers, they always make time to watch each other's game. BJ told me he helps them out with little tips. It's brotherly love, fellas. I love it.
Yep, it wasn't always brotherly love when they were growing up.
Never.
Yesterday, though. A few fights involved.
Hey, one more look at the no-catch nests. For all you out there that want to impress your friends next time, it really might not have been as close as we thought because he's going backwards. Even if he would have got his toe down, he would have had to get his heel down as well.
Forgot that. You told me that about 5 times.
So you can impress your friends next time.
I got to find some first.
There you go.
So it was a 69-yard drive in 12 plays. Took a little over 4.5 minutes to get the field goal. And now out come Jackson Dart and the offense for Ole Miss. And Dart was perfect on their opening drive. 3 for 3 for 70 yards. And he's going to sling it again. And he's got it again on the move. Malik Heath. And another big Malik Heath. And another big.
Remember, we talked about Jackson Dart being the runner. Okay, so you go the motion outside, come right into the opening. That's a design formation change, and that changes the leverage for the defense. But Dart puts it right on the bullseye.
38 more yards, and he's thrown it again. Off the ricochets and intercepted. A flag is down. Greg Brooks says he's got it.
Well, I just wonder if Garner didn't have holding on the play.
There's the ricochet. Brooks with the diving catch.
I think the holding was on the slot receiver before the ball was thrown.
The ball was placed in the spot of the foul, and it was an automatic first down.
Not the attendant receiver on the play, but it was in the slot on Brooks. Right here, watch your hands. That's where the flag comes out on the slot. Grabs him right there. Flag comes out. I was right on it, right there. Could have had it, and he grabbed him just before the ball came.
So instead of a turnover, it's a first down for the Rebels at the 41. Dart will keep it. And he found an opening. Oh, boy, did he take a shot.
And that's what you have to do as a defense.
Jay Ward let him have it.
If they're going to run their quarterback, you need to make that quarterback feel those body punches early in this fight. Let him know. You keep it, you pay.
He got 6, though. Second down and 4. Throw out in the flat. To Watkins. Watkins will over on the sideline. Somebody hits the deck. There's a flag down as well.
I think Mingo is going to get called for holding on this play.
During the run, holding, offense, number 1. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, second down.
So those wide sweeps, those are basically wide sweep throws to the outside. That means inside those wide receivers on the top of your screen got to hold for a long time without getting caught holding, which that's the trick. Hold without getting caught. And after last week, I feel like nobody can handle penalties better than you and I. I mean, we've had a lot of problems.
We deal with a lot of them. Dart has to move now. He's going to keep it, get what he can, and get out of bounds around the 35. And finally, we'll see a third down coming up for the Rebels. Midway point, first quarter. Ole Miss scored on their opening drive, and they missed it. Went 70 yards in 5 plays. LSU had a field goal answer. Now it's Judkins, and he's got a first down inside the 30 to 29.
So tricky little play calling here for Lane Kiffin. Okay, he doesn't have Zach Evans. He doesn't have that 3-headed monster. So how does he keep his tailback in the football game for 4 quarters while giving him too many carries?
On the RPO, that should be an
Grabbed him again. Absolutely.
And there comes the flag.
I think it was Jay Ward that time, number 5.
Yeah, he was draped all over the intended receiver.
Same play in the slot. Grabs him on the inside. No chance. Jordan Watkins beat him at the line of scrimmage.
Number 5. The ball be placed in the spot of the foul with an automatic first down.
Jay Ward's going to come to the sideline. We're going to put in Ryan, number 15, to give it a try.
Tigers penalized for pass interference.
Line of scrimmage will be the 22 now.
So we talked about how LSU and Brian Kelly has rebuilt this team. 5 of the top 7 defensive backs playing for LSU are all transfers.
First down. Rebels with a lead and looking to add some here. Judkins. Dragged down from behind by Greg Penn.
So you need some yards, just run it right at the freshman offensive tackle. They're not true freshmen, but they're freshmen. And Williams has earned his way on the field, doing a good job.
Dart fires up in the air, tipped, almost intercepted.
Well, that time Greg Brooks, number 3, guessed right. He saw the opening just like the quarterback, and he beat the receiver to it. Watch him attack it right side of your screen. He just was there before the ball was.
Great play by Brooks.
The transfer from Arkansas is Greg Brooks.
And LSU trying to change up bodies defensively. Rebels are trying to hurry. Everybody is semi-ready. Judkins plows ahead, but he's short of the first down. It's be 4th down and about 1.5 yards.
So now we'll go analytics lane here, okay? He's got such a reputation, it's hard for him to kick a field goal, isn't it?
Well, they're 7 out of 12 on the year on 4th down. It's 4th down and a full 2. Play fake. Dart, plenty of time. To the end zone. Just off the fingertips of his tight end, Casey Kelly. Incomplete. But there's another flag down.
Absolutely. The closest player on the play was the one that held. I think it was Ojulari.
Pass interference. Defense, number 18.
Yep, Ojulari. He's the drop end. And when he feels the tight end coming across, he engages him.
For pass interference.
Modern football, these defensive ends and linebackers are all over the field. I think it might be him, the second guy in. Yes, second guy in. Watch him. He sees him come across and grabs him just as the ball is being thrown.
So 1st and goal by penalty at the 6. Judkins waits for his blockers. Got inside the 3.
Finish that play one more time. Ojulari feels the tight end crossing, puts his hand out, grab him. That actually saved the touchdown, broke the stride of the tight end, and that saved the play, but called on a penalty.
His brother Aziz will say you can't do that. At the 3, Judkins blasts his way in. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
Another fist pump for Lane Kiffin as he takes his team again. 75-yard drive.
Boy, this freshman is a tough dude.
He's a tough dude running behind an offensive line that gets a lot of credit. Again, inside. Good job by Warren.
A 3-yard touchdown.
I think it was Broker, too. The left guard did a good job on the play, number 64. That's really the 2 veterans he ran behind on that play.
Cruz in for the point after. Still have 5 minutes and change to play in the first quarter. And Ole Miss looking for their 14th point.
The game clock is running. It should have been stopped. Please reset the game clock to 6:01. 6:01.
So they're putting time back on the clock.
So 54, excuse me, Brad. Broker, 64. Warren, 54. Clean it out. Williams, the left tackle, really didn't have to do much running the ball left. And, boy, I'll tell you, this Judkins is a true freshman. He's got a pile behind him, doesn't he? When he runs, he's running with strength. Just remember this.
Extra point is good.
They had him stopped. They had a 4th down play, and they had a dropped interception. They could have stopped the drive. They didn't.
Instead, Judkins caps off a 75-yard drive in 9 plays with his 2nd rushing touchdown of the day. And Lane Kiffin says, yeah.
Why they're winning. You know, I mean, you said we haven't had a lot of 4th down plays. They haven't needed them so far in the season. Kind of makes sense what Lane Kiffin's doing. You lose a running back. Auburn threw for over 300 yards against these guys. But LSU had 2 chances, right, to stop the drive. A penalty right there that could have put his interception. Then Brooks drops an interception later when he anticipates the throw. And then the penalty on 4th down.
On Ojulari.
Yep, on Ojulari. So they had really 3 chances to get out of there, and they were 0 for 3.
This run's going to be returned from the 1 by Noah Kane. Kane found a little gap. Out across the 30 to the 34. Nice return. Now it's time to do Project Smarter, presented by the Home Depot.
And for Caden Daniels, the quarterback for LSU, Ness, he's just grown. He's got confidence in his offensive line. Look at the protection. And he's learning his receivers, scanning from one side to the other side. He's actually
getting smarter.
Measuring twice, cutting once. Didn't he look both ways?
He did.
That's what you do those projects. Never cut right away. Measure twice.
Christie taught you that.
I've had a lot of bad ones. A lot of bad ones.
Keishawn Booty too far in front of him, incomplete.
Home Depot loves me. I always got to go back and buy more lumber. Cut wrong.
34 yards.
Josh Williams was a workhorse for LSU on their opening drive. It carried them all the way down before they had to settle for the 23-yard field goal. Mason Taylor, the tight end, moves out into the slot at the top of your screen. And Daniels plenty of time all day, and now has to throw short to Williams. Williams made a couple of guys miss.
Yeah, roughing the passer. They're going to add 15 more yards as he let the ball go.
Personal
Daniels
foul,
gets hit from
roughing the
behind.
passer. Defense, number 97. The 15-yard penalty will be added to the end of the play and include an automatic first down.
Boy,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I know. He hit him on the waist and then pushed him through. You know, I mean, these quarterbacks are almost running backs nowadays in college ball. And I think if Bryce Young is watching this game, he's going to go, hey, come on.
I got hit twice as hard.
Yeah, gee.
That was first down at the 46 of the Rebels. Armani Goodwin into the backfield for the Tigers for the first time. And he'll toss it to him. Goodwin. Good blocking out in front. Goodwin all the way down near the 25.
So how about Armani Goodwin, Ness? I mean, got hurt in the third game, actually tore a hamstring and had surgery on his hamstring where they took a little part out of it. He rehabbed and he's back in there. Have you ever heard of surgery on a hamstring?
They put a good piece in it.
Yes, they did. Whatever they took out the right piece and replaced it smartly.
Daniels got a couple out of that.
So doing projects smarter means your wide receivers get involved. Keyshawn Booty, a little bit early in the season, I thought he might have been pouting a little bit, but he's bought in now. And I think moving him to the slot has really made this offense a lot better for LSU. Easier to get him the ball, jet sweeps, quick screens. He's a playmaker. Move him in the slot and give him the ball.
Daniels pumps. Pressure coming, and he slipped on his own, even though he was getting pressured from Cedric Johnson.
Yeah, I thought he got him, Ness. Did he get him on the shoes that time, Cedric Johnson?
Johnson, their best pass rusher.
Did he get him? Yeah, I think he got him on his back foot there as he came around.
We'll give Cedric a sack. Brings up a third down and 14.
Well, we don't know. I'm going to say he got his towel.
Okay. Third down and a whole bunch. Daniels quarterback draw all the way. He's going to run in to some stiff traffic again and thrown down.
So listen,
Kaishim Johnson let him have it.
Yeah, this is another win for this Ole Miss defense. You know, bend a little bit, but they come back, get the stop, forcing this Ole Miss team to go for forcing their defense in there with the penalty. They still held up. The sack helped, obviously. Another field goal.
This one will be from about 42 yards out. Damian Ramos, he's hit from 47 this year, and that was to clinch basically the win over Florida last week. So this is well within his range. Ramos from 42. Nope. Down, and the wind's knocked out of him on this one.
That's the one. He's a brave runner. I talked to Lane on the field about it. I said, you get worried about him being a little too brave and not sliding. He said to me, I think he's doing a much better job of it. We need to keep him healthy.
Right now he's not. Let's look at the end of the play.
Oh, he kind of fell on the football, didn't he?
I think so. That's why I said I thought they got the wind knocked out.
Yeah. Didn't take a hard hit, but you go, oh, man, the big guy landing on you that time.
Yeah.
Roy, he lands on you and the football's underneath you. You can feel that.
So we're probably going to see Luke Altmaier, if it's even only for one play. There's Luke. And again,
oh, man.
it's a lot of poundage on you with the football underneath you. We'll check on Jackson Dart. We'll take a quick timeout. He's up and on his way to the sideline.
He was in. Would Lane go for it on 4th down?
Yeah, it's punting situations where we wouldn't know if Altmaier was going to go or not, and Dart not being in there probably has a bearing on it. You can't trust the spot on the field with Lane. It doesn't matter.
First punt of the game.
It is. And Frazier Mazin is in to kick. Australian native, so Aussie punt coming up. And now the shift on. Heavy to the left side. And Mazin's just going to kick it straight away. Fair catch back at the 22.
And if you hear the cheer, it's because he caught the punt.
They've had trouble with punt returns and fumbles and that type of thing on the special team, so a little bit of a mocking cheer there.
Yes, well, it worked. It says Brian Polian, the defense special teams coordinator, told us the first thing you do as a special teamer, do no harm.
That's right.
The Hippocratic oath as a special teams coach.
Jack Besh, who's not playing today, has been their punt return. He's had some issues, so good enough to start at the 22-yard line.
And they finished off with a successful drive. Let's see if they can do it again. Dial up another one.
Jaden Daniels warming up here in the second quarter. Little short, quick pass to Taylor. Taylor broke a tackle. Taylor down the sideline, all the way down to the 40-yard line. Big gainer for the freshman tight end.
And he's huge. He's 6'6". You see how he turned it? Little easy pass, misjudged, and then a missed tackle. Back to back, and that's a future NFL tight end right there.
Wow.
Down the sideline.
38-yard pickup to the 40. Daniels on first down, scans the field, comes down the middle to Booty. And he's got about 8 more.
Yeah, just you don't get a good look at those type of guys, and Brian Kelly is used to those type of tight ends that he had at Notre Dame. He had a bunch of them.
Mason's as big as his daddy.
Yep.
Playing on the other side of the ball. He's in the slot right now with a little motion on 2nd down and 3. And it's Goodwin. And he got the first down before he's pushed back.
Across the 30. Washington.
So first down, LSU on the drive here, looking to tie things up with a little over 10 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Offensive coordinator Mike Denbrock has been with Brian Kelly for different parts of 11 different years. Has been his last stint calling plays for Cincinnati, University of Cincinnati. He had Desmond Ritter, not a bad guy to call plays for.
No kidding.
He's in your area right now, isn't he?
Backup quarterback for the Falcons. First down at the 30. Actually closer to the 29. Daniels. This time the pocket is starting to collapse on him, and he's going to go down.
Yep. Count as a sack.
And it's Cedric Johnson. So if we gave him one when he grabbed his towel, we're going to give him an official one there.
Yeah.
Jenny?
Yeah, real quick. Safety A.J. Finley is not on the field right now. He's in the locker room getting evaluated. I'll try to get more info for you guys.
And there goes their leading tackler, A.J. Finley.
Loss of a couple. 2nd down.
Top interception man for him a year ago as well. That's a big chunk out of their secondary. Empty backfield as Williams goes out as a receiver up top. Hayden Daniels on the carry.
Pretty play that time for LSU. And was there a late hit? Yes, it's going to be 15 or half the distance to the goal. A late hit on Jaden Daniels on the play. Pretty play this time. A delayed kind of sweep for the quarterback. Watch the pulling guard and tackle. Delay, and go back the other way. Might be targeting. Absolutely.
There's definitely going to be a penalty on Ole Miss.
I think it was Markevious Brown, number 28.
It was.
You know what? Daniels did not slide very well. He kind of rolled on the play.
He was getting hit, and he was sort of airborne.
Yes, and he
kind of a whirlybird right there.
Yep. And I don't think so, but we'll see.
Targeting, defense. The previous play is under video review.
We're going to bring in Gene Steratore. Gene, we got a pretty good look at it there as they're going to head over to the sideline and up to the booth. But what do you think?
Well, I think what they're talking about, guys, is whether the runner is officially down prior to that contact. We see on this last replay that he is. If a runner is down in that situation, he becomes defenseless. So the crown of the helmet doesn't need to be the part of the target that takes place. In other words, he doesn't have to hit with the top of his helmet. What they will look at is if he's making now contact to the head or neck area with force, because a runner down is defenseless by definition. We see a pretty good right shoulder into that head neck area, and that's what they're going to dissect now, because he's defenseless by his status there.
That's a good call, Gene, but that was slow motion on a field. Boy, that's a tough one for a defender, isn't it?
It's tough for the defender. It's tough for the officials, Gary, because when you do run that in real time, it's such a bang-bang play, but it looks so much more exaggerated in slow motion.
There's no foul for targeting. The result of play is third down.
So they take the target away.
That's a really good job, guys.
Yeah, I think the speed of that happened, but I do admit he did lower his head on the play. You know, I mean, he got him, but I thought he got him with the shoulder. Gene's point is pretty good that I did not think of. Was he down to make him defenseless, which changes the targeting rules?
That's a bang-bang thing right there. I mean,
I'm glad they didn't call it, to tell you the truth, because lose a guy, I could see a penalty, but to lose a guy on that one, that would be tough.
So it's just third down and 3. LSU needs to get to the 20 to move the sticks.
And they need to get the ball to Bootsy, don't they? They've not been able to take advantage of his athletic ability.
Taylor again in motion. Here comes the blitz. Daniels goes complete to Booty as Gary called it. First and goal at the 5.
It's such a good spot. You got nobody bumping, running. You're going against linebackers. Catches the ball, an easy over route. Good, easy throw for the quarterback. You need to get the ball to those type of guys. Booty comes off limping a bit, too, by the way.
Yep. Right at the sideline when he was taken out of bounds, and immediately came up limping. But he's got his team first and goal inside the 4. Brian Thomas in motion. Daniels keeps it, sidesteps one defender and waltzes into the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
Modern football. You read the end man to the line of scrimmage away from where the play is going to go. If he crashes, you keep it. You replace him. He crashes, replace him. Beautiful down.
Big smile on Jaden Daniels' face, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year, and we're an extra point away from a tie ball game. Damian Ramos up and good. 78 more yards on the drive, 7 plays. Daniels did some of it with his feet, some with his arm, and then back to the feet. And a great move in the backfield and a waltz into the end zone. Touchdown.
I would say it's a good sign that the injury tent is not currently up right now, guys.
All right, Jenny, thanks.
One more look. It happened after he went out of bounds. He rolls it. Watch him roll it as it gets close to the player. Spins it to the right.
Yeah, not supposed to go that way. So one play into the second quarter, the field goal gave Ole Miss a 17-3 lead, but back-to-back touchdowns by the Tigers, and we're even at 17. Jackson Dart coming back out. Shaken up on his last play, but ready to go.
It's kind of reminding LSU fans of the Auburn game when they fell behind 17-0, right? And that's the one thing Brian Kelly said about his team. Early in the season, they weren't winning the games, but he loved how hard they played, you know. And now as they're learning to play better with more technique, he says, we're going to take that hard aggressiveness and be better players, too.
And he said, when our good players play well, we usually look pretty good. Funny how that works.
Yep, in all sports, right?
And finally, they stand up Judkins after a short game this time. Just a couple. Judkins with 2 rushing touchdowns today, 12 on the year for the freshman. Man. Leads all freshmen in rushing yards per game and in touchdowns in the country. Tight end Casey Kelly on the move up top. 2nd down and 8. Dart fires down the middle, and that hit somebody in roots.
Incomplete.
I think it was Wingo, number 92, did it. Lets the ball go. Let's see if, yes, Wingo comes off a double team. Save, basically like a soccer goalie on that one.
3rd down and 8. Crowd into it for their defense right now. Dart throws across the middle, and they're going to get the 1st down and more. And then a big hit on the sideline. Malik Heath with a 1st down.
Yeah, you know, Tennessee used the real wide splits. Well, this time Ole Miss does the compressed look, and then they cross them, kind of pick, but they don't, just enough to crease them open.
And they pick up the 1st down at the 44. Back to Judkins. This time he blasts out the back end and almost snuck out of there. Got 9.
Yeah, those compressed formations. See how tight everyone is. Everybody inside the hashes, and then you cross. You get almost a pick. You avoid it, avoid the penalty call, and pick up the down.
Judkins 1st down to the 43.
They do love to run left. Nick Broker, number 64, All-American candidate. Veteran on this offensive line. They love to go right at him.
There he is, big fella on the left from the 44. Ulysses Bentley in the backfield to give Judkins a breather. This might be a double pass. And it's going to be back all the way across field, complete. And it might get a 1st down out of it.
I don't think so.
Flag down.
Yep. Play took so long. LSU kind of snipped it out, and they had to hold to make it complete. Yes, exactly. So a little bit of motion, backward pass. Ness saw it, called it out. LSU saw it and
Illegal
fought
block
through
in the back. Offense, number 64. 10-yard penalty from the spot of the foul. Repeat, 1st down.
So we're just talking about Nick Broker.
Yes, but I think it was Ojulari, number 18, that snipped it out that time, got in the middle of it, and they grabbed him. So BJ had a penalty earlier, and this time he forces a penalty on the play. There he is. He's kind of reads it, sees it, and then feels it, and no, double hold that time.
Could have called it on a couple of guys.
Yep, James or Broker.
So the ball sitting right at midfield now.
Ball's in midfield. 1st down. 16.
2 pretty good first halves by these quarterbacks. Watkins in motion. Dart pulls it out. Fires. Got it complete again to Malik Heath.
Same thing. Malik Heath in a compressed formation. He's only split about 5 yards right here. He just goes across into the boundary. That's the scouting report. You watch it on tape. They love to throw the ball into the boundary hash.
31-yard pickup. They're
Another
back
one.
in the red zone, and they're going right out to Mingo this time. And he's close to another 1st down as flags flying again.
Pass is complete to Mingo. Left
And with success, Ole Miss goes faster and faster.
Pass interference, offense, number 81. The penalty is 15 yards from the previous spot. Repeat first down.
So that's on Casey Kelly, the tight end.
Ole Miss is penalized for pass interference.
Gets downfield, he engages. There he is. Whoops, it's easy.
15-yard penalty.
Ball was not caught behind the line of scrimmage, so they call it in illegal man downfield blocking. If he'd have caught it behind the line of scrimmage, it'd been okay.
So instead of a first down around the 11, it's backed up to the 34. First and 25. Dart going to take off with it. Dart runs it to the 24. Ojulari getting some heat on the quarterback.
His job, he said when we talked to him on Friday, get the quarterback off his mark, and he did it right there. To a pass rusher, he feels he affects the quarterback if he forces him off that set point. 7 to 8 yards deep, that's his point he's going for.
So they cut into that penalty yardage. Low snap. Dart looked to the left and wanted to go that way. Now incomplete, intended for the tight end.
Tried to fake the quick screen this time, the same play to the outside, and they were going to go to Kelly this time up the sideline, but
That snap didn't help the problem.
Yeah, right. But on that time in the secondary, decent coverage. Push him out of bounds, nothing was there.
5-minute mark, third down at 15.
Yes, I think it was Fouché, Joe Fouché, the transfer from Arkansas that was on the coverage that time. Good play.
Watkins in motion. Dart. Here comes the heat. He's going down at the 30. Tracked down by Harold Perkins, the freshman sensation.
So a few weeks ago, Harold Perkins couldn't get on the field. He's playing inside linebacker. Now they got him up in his pass rush situation, playing the defensive end and Sam, but they want him on the field, a future star for LSU.
30-yard line. The spot is the LSU.
This is going to be a long field goal attempt. 48 yards for Cruz. He's hit from 53 this year, so it's within his range. Cruz got it, not by much.
Cruz's kick is good.
48-yard field goal with 4:08 to go in the half, and Ole Miss back in front. Series Inside Amy Schumer is finally back. New episodes now streaming exclusively on Paramount Plus. Use the promo code Inside Amy for your first month free. And Amy Schumer tweeted out the other day that one Lena Max Silver stole the show, we understand.
I recognize that name.
I can, we've got a proud daddy down there producing this game right now. So Lena, that a girl.
Way to go, Lena.
We'll be watching. So a 45-yard drive. I think you can call that a win for LSU's defense because of the penalties and everything.
In modern college football, any field goal,
right?
Jeez.
So after 14 unanswered points by the Tigers, the field goal by Cruz gives Ole Miss the lead back here with 4 minutes and change remaining. And LSU has all its timeouts left.
Brian Kelly, veteran coach. Grand Valley State is where I first met him. Did about 12 years there. Then Central Michigan. Then Cincinnati.
Then Notre Dame.
Notre Dame for 12 years.
And his maiden voyage in Baton Rouge.
Wanted one swing. One more swing.
That's what he said.
For the national championship.
And speaking of national championships, LSU coaches to win them. Dietzel, Saban, Miles, Orgeron. And with that, that brings you to our Aflac trivia question. The AP poll era, 36 to present, which 4 teams have won a national title with 4 different guys? In the AP poll era now, a little bit of discrepancy one team will be arguing about after we give you the answer probably. Daniels Complete to Neighbors. And they bring him down as we hit the 4-minute mark.
4-minute offense. Take your time. You don't want to give the ball back to Ole Miss. Just kind of matriculate down the field. No hurry with anything yet.
32.
Daniels going to come down to Goodwin. Spin move to get the first down.
We'll say this about Jaden Daniels. For a tall guy, his release is very compact, very quick and compact. You know, he's kind of struggled maybe as the whole offense was put in, the receivers and him to get on the same page. But now he seems very calm. Said he's got another year here too, so he's ready to learn. Do it the Joe Burrow way, 6th year, the Hendon Hooker way.
Took those receivers out to his native California to work out in the offseason a little bit to try to get acclimated to his new guys, and he's getting better and better every week. Last week was a huge game for him, as we told you, 349 yards and 3 touchdowns and 44 yards on the ground and 3 more. So he accounted for 6 scores in the win over Florida.
Keyshawn Butte's out there, as Jenny predicted.
Goodwin.
Hey, this zone read thing is good, but sometimes you give the ball and you take a shot. Watch this one. Coming off the edge, handed off, boom!
Tysheen Johnson.
Like playing a wishbone quarterback, you know?
He can have it.
We do that Army-Navy stuff at the end. We had that great game. Those guys get hit every time.
And the middle linebackers usually have about 15 tackles each.
Yep.
Taylor in motion. Under the 3-man rush. Daniels gets it to Josh Williams. And Williams might have another first down. We got a guy down.
We started out the game as another injury on the play here. Going to talk about those 2 freshman tackles on that pass blocking situation.
Troy Brown, the linebacker, is the guy down holding his shoulder.
On an eerie Fansville by Dr. Pepper.
Said you want a new coach, right? Behold, the coaching carousel.
33! Drive! Hit the hole! Don't dance
So how do you pick? You don't. It picks for you.
42X out.
A esto le dicen fútbol. That's the international soccer coach.
Esto es fútbol!
The wrong football. El fútbol de Dr. Pepper.
Go stay!
Dr. Pepper, the one fans deserve.
Research shows that people remember ads with young people having a good time. So to help you remember that Liberty Mutual customizes your home insurance, here's a pool party.
Look what I brought!
Liberty Mutual! They customize your home insurance!
So you only pay for what you need! Young people having a good time with insurance! Young people, good times, insurance!
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Everybody's talking about So Help Me Todd.
Must be nice to be perfect.
It's exhausting.
A new So Help Me Todd, Thursday after Ghosts on CBS.
Troy Brown in some pain over there on the sideline on this play.
Tries to punch the ball out. Watch this, and then gets hit by Ashton Keys, number 11, on the play.
And then it's his shoulder that's hurting.
Yep.
Last time we saw him was in El Paso, playing for Central Michigan, leading tackler in the Sun Bowl. Daniels not going to get away. Nice job by Kari Coleman.
Yeah, Kari Coleman that time was waiting for Daniels to flush out that time. He's right here kind of spying on the play. When he flushes out, good call that time. Chris Partridge, defensive coordinator for Ole Miss. Decent protection, but they were waiting for him, weren't they?
Yes, they were.
By the way, another Sun Bowl alum right there. How often do you do this? I mean, you go to the Sun Bowl, you see future stars.
You do. They're just playing somewhere else. Jaden Daniels, we saw him for Arizona State as a freshman. 3rd down and 5. Blitz coming from the corner, and it's going to pay off.
Yeah, Josh Williams had a chance to pick this up, but he didn't do it. He missed it. From the right side, he comes across and fans on the block and flushes him right out of the pocket.
Miami, Notre Dame, and Ohio State. And there's the guys that led them to those titles.
I got one. Miami. That's the only one
you got that right.
Yeah.
I guessed USC, but I was a coach short. I got McKay and Robin.
But I didn't know that Paul Brown was, in the AP voting. That was a tough one.
Yeah.
You take it Ohio State?
Yeah.
I mean, a guy who...
He got one. He said, I'm going to create my own team in the NFL.
The guy who invents the headset is still there.
Judkins plows his way out to the 20.
Boy, is he low.
Yes.
Judkins on the carry. Perkins and
trying to get lined up to go quickly here, but they're taking some time. Second down at 2.
Well, because LSU has 2 timeouts, Ole Miss has to be careful here. They don't want to punt at this position right here.
LSU gets the second half kickoff. And they'll keep it on the ground. Judkins will get a first down, but that probably will do it. Makai Wingo made the stop.
Stop by Wingo.
And Lane has taken off the headset.
Yep, mission accomplished. Didn't have to punt.
So good back and forth action. At one point it was 17-3. LSU back-to-back touchdowns. Cut it and tied it at 17. And then the field goal by Ole Miss. The difference so far through 2 quarters.
Halftime.
Went right down the field to score. So LSU has the first opportunity on offense to start the third quarter. Cruz has got the go-ahead. Kane waits back at the 5-yard line. And O'Kane will let this one go. They'll bring it out to the 25 for the Tigers to start the third quarter. Welcome back to the booth, everybody. Brad Nessler and Gary Danielson. Jenny's down on the field. Should we just do what we did last week and say whoever has the ball last is going to win?
Well, what I was going to say is, does it not feel like first turnover might cause a little difference? LSU's been happy they can run the ball, 98 yards, and I've been impressed with the Ole Miss receivers. Right. They're the real deal. I mean, they got a passing game. Their offense is going to be tough to stop with anybody in this football game, and the game's going forward.
Jaden Daniels finished on a high there, hit his last 10 passes. So let's see if he can pick up where he left off. First down at the 25. It'll be Josh Williams. Josh, who started strong in the first quarter. Got about 3 there as we check in with Jenny.
I think you guys were listening in my conversation with Brian Kelly. He said exactly what you just said. Whoever ends up with the ball is going to be the team that wins this one. He wished they managed that last series before the half a little bit better. He said we're protecting the run game, but in that we're becoming a little bit more vulnerable in the pass game. So that's something that they definitely want to shore up in the second half. And as you guys mentioned, he said it's going to be an offensive battle.
Here we go. Mason Taylor gets out into the slot, the tight end on second down and 8. Daniels has to sidestep the rush and now takes off, and I'm not quite sure how he got out of there or got that much yardage, but he's got a first down.
They slung him forward for the first down. Tysheem Johnson, number 0, gets him in the end. 5-man rush, picked up well this time by LSU, but watch him sling forward, I believe.
At the 36, first and 10. Williams out to the 40, maybe to the 41.
Williams carried the ball.
Yeah, watch him spin him forward and kind of throw him for the first down.
Robinson made the stop.
You talk about those safeties, and they've got a bunch of them. Tysheem Johnson and Ladarius Tennyson and Asheem Young. They figure out who the 2 starters are going to be by doing rock, paper, scissors.
Well, like the old Alabama receivers.
Yeah. That's good coaching. Just let those 3 figure it out. Yeah. They're interchangeable anyway. And that one in and out of the hands of Butte. Booty had an ankle turn on that play that got him down around the 5-yard line. Looks like he's running okay.
Yeah, and Prince again in the coverage, and he's having a great year. coming into this game, he'd had 23 targets in man-to-man coverage, only 7 receptions against him for a total of 77 yards. He made the play earlier in the end zone. He's having a good game playing man-to-man coverage.
He had the game-clinching interception in their win over Auburn last week. 3rd down and 5. Empty backfield. Jaden Daniels pumps once, now comes short, and he threw it behind his tight end.
See, that's the play, and listen, Jaden Daniels having a really good game, but that's the play that Bryce Young kills you with right there.
Yeah.
Right? You know, he's got that come out of the pocket and throw off balance accurately, and Jaden will get it. Hasn't played as much football in this SEC, but that's one. If he throws that one accurately, that's
first down and a bunch more.
Yep, move the chains type play.
So Jay Bramlett will have to come in and punt. Transfer from Notre Dame, Bramlett the punter. The coaches say he's actually one of the leaders in the locker room of the transfer guys. It's kind of hard to do sometimes.
Well, maybe not here. We only had 39 scholarships.
I was going to say there was quite a few guys that transferred and portaled in. Jordan Watkins on the return. And Ole Miss will be on offense when we return. And they'll be up 3.
In Fort Myers, it's the generator for providing the electricity for us.
That's right, yeah.
Well, Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin and this offense, Charlie Weiss Jr., his offensive coordinator. Remember, he lost both of them last year. Lane Kiffin did. Jeff Levy left. DJ Durking left his defense and offensive coordinator. Lane came out throwing. Will he do it again? Because Jaden Daniels had a good first half. Got it going.
Darts 11 out of 16 for over 200.
That's the one that really is the changer here. This is a running team, but they were a little different with him.
And then this guy is a load, the freshman Judkins, with 2 rushing touchdowns.
But
again,
they're different without Zach Evans. Though.
Yeah, that's the 3rd head of their trio of runners, including the quarterback. And he hasn't played. He dressed today, but he hasn't played. Judkins goes down immediately this time. And it was Ali Gay off the edge. Ali's been around a while, 5th-year senior. Wide receivers adjust out to the right. Dart was looking that way. And looks to his coach, and now they shift the tight end into the slot. On 2nd down and 10. And that's incomplete. Intended for Judkins.
It was real interesting right from the pre-look. Harold Perkins is out there covering nobody, okay? And you're looking like, why is he split out there about 8 yards off the edge, and he comes right in and puts the quarterback and makes the play.
3rd down and 10. Little stunt up front. Dart throws into some traffic, incomplete.
Yep, dropped it before he got hit. Tight end.
Casey Kelly had his hands on it, but that's it. It'll be a punting situation.
Kelly was split on the play. Looked like 5 wide receivers, but they still had their tight end in. Gets right by Baskerville. Hooks up. Slightly behind. He kind of overran the first hook spot. Beat a button hook really tight. Remember the old button hook?
Yeah, who bet?
Can't be a big button. It's got to be a button hook real quick. Kind of overran the hole. The ball was on the way.
Frazier and Mazin in the punt. Again, they'll show kind of a different formation for their punt. On the other end, Gregory Clayton's going to get everybody out of the way. And it bounces back to midfield.
Yeah, what was that, about a 27-yard punt? At the most.
That might work in Australian rules football, but it's not so good in the SEC. This of the game, presented by Jersey Mike Subs. Best starting field position after that short punt of 27 yards.
So yeah, here's where I think again, I just got to try to get it to my playmakers again. You know, Boutte, Taylor 86. I mean, I think you got to figure out, all of them are good receivers.
Right.
You got to, guys that can make plays, you got to get the ball to. Got a lot of space over him again in the slot right here. Figure out a way to get the ball to him.
Goodwin behind Daniels in the pistol set for midfield. Daniels will keep it and got about 4. Jenny, injury update. Jenny, what do you got?
Yeah, for the defense, safety A.J. Finley is out for the game, and linebacker Troy Brown, who is a leader of this defense, he's the one that went down with that shoulder injury before the half. He's questionable to come back, but no helmet on, guys.
Wow. Top 2 tacklers, both sidelined for Ole Miss.
And they just don't have the depth. I mean, this is still a rebuild.
Second down, long 5. Taylor, the motion man. Jaden Daniels looking right and going right the whole way for a first down. Ball came out at the end, but I think it was blown dead. Malik Neighbors.
Looks like it was forward progress on the play. And what they're trying to get out of Jaden Daniels is to pick the right side, the proper side of the field instead of the right. That's to phrase it a little better. Where he has one-on-one coverage and he got it that time, easy throw, right? It's easy. You watch it on film like, man, why didn't I do that every time? A little harder when you're back behind those big pass rushers.
Jaden with those 55 rushing yards, by the way, has the most rushing yards ever by an LSU quarterback. Jordan Jefferson held that mark until today. Jaden didn't get much out of that one. Coleman with the tackle.
Yep. Sub for Troy Brown comes in there, makes the play, clean up on it.
And Sistrunk made the stop.
Here's what we're talking about. New school record by a quarterback. Jordan Jefferson had the previous mark. Also 7 rushing touchdowns on the year for Daniels. And that one a little bit behind his tight end and he couldn't hold it. Mason Taylor had to turn all the way around to try to get his body squared enough to get his hands up, and incomplete.
It was really a good defensive play that time by Tennyson. He blew up the block from Booty on the play and just blew up the play by defeating the block up front. There was nowhere for the football to go.
So 3rd and long. Don't want to waste the great field position after the short punt.
Gotta believe it's 4-down territory right here, though.
Yeah. Williams. First hit didn't get him, and he's really close.
A football. Now will LSU go fast?
Looked like he was going to get hit for a loss, and he got out of there and got it. As Gary said, the length of the football short. Now he's got it. And then some.
Same play. Go fast, same thing on 2. Or nowadays, same thing on the clap. Boy, nice job up front that time again.
No doubt.
That time it was Bradford and Turner, right guard. And
keep giving it to him. Williams, 9 more.
Right side across the 15.
Picking up those stunts. One of the things that Mike Denbrook told me and all of us in the meeting, we need our offensive line to play with their eyes up. They stunt a lot, and they did a great job right there. You saw it. They stepped out, and they said, all right, which way you going, and I'll take you the way you want to go.
He took it for 9 more yards, 2nd down and 1.
The hurry-up caught this Ole Miss defense not set.
Daniels to the corner of the end zone, overshot everybody. And we got a flag down.
Daniels pass incomplete.
Going to call battle for shoving the receiver out of bounds on the play when the ball was in the air. Here's the matchup to the bottom of your screen right here.
There's a flag at the 1-yard line.
Trying to get it by him. Ball's in the air. Still has his hand on him downfield. They call it. Now they say, was the ball catchable? Will be the next part of it.
Pass. It's defense. The foul occurred inside the 2-yard line. The ball replaced the 2. Automatic first down.
See, even though the ball didn't land near the receiver, these guys are fast, and without hitting his hand on him, that's tough to judge to think he couldn't have got there. You know, but if he's not interfered, would he have gotten into the end zone and had a chance to jump up and catch it?
He would have gotten a lot closer than that, that's for sure.
I think that's the right call.
So 1st and goal at the 2. 3 tight ends in right now for LSU. And Josh Williams has carried the majority of the load in the backfield, with the exception of his quarterback. He's going to try it and falls forward. Did he get in? Not quite.
Josh Williams.
They had a lot of guys over there, didn't they? Had 4 blockers to that side, 2 tight ends, kind of an up back, fullback.
Now they're less than a yard away from the end zone until that whistle.
Review.
Prior to the snap, the previous play is under video review.
Yeah. Boy, and that's interesting because Brian Kelly has talked openly about it. He feels the review process really ruins the college game, needs to be changed. He wants to go more to the challenge call like the NFL and maybe do the replay maybe in the last 4 minutes of each half.
He was talking about that on his radio show again the other night. And he says it takes the momentum of the game and the swing of the game and how it is played out of the hands of his team.
Each coach like 3 challenges and then go for it on touchdowns and turnovers.
There's the previous play. And
see, in the NFL here, because it was not called a touchdown, you'd have to challenge it. But in college football, it's an automatic review, and here we are.
Gene Steratore is with us as well. Gene?
You know, I agree with what Gary's saying there, Brad, as it relates to all of this. Sometimes these stoppages look, I know they're close plays. You want to get them right. In this situation, everything that I've seen as it relates to this play, though, I just can't see the football breaking the plane of the goal line from any angle. So you've got to stay with the ruling on the field.
You know, the other thing that you don't notice until the play is all over, Josh Williams didn't get up and say, hey, I was in. He just kind of got up and go, well, let's take another crack at it. So he didn't think he was in. One of his linemen thought so. But after the review, here's what Jason Autry says.
After video review, the ruling on the field stands, 2nd down.
Josh Williams has got 6 carries for 32 yards on this drive. Just came up about a half yard shy on that last carry. So 2nd down and goal. Ole Miss changing up their defensive personnel. Right now they just want to get everybody in place and in a stance. They're that close, the Tigers, from taking the lead. Daniels tried to do it, and he lost yardage.
Yep. 3 wide receivers, by the way, in the game with inches to go. I mean, it's modern college football, right? No inches to go, 3 wide receivers, shotgun. Okay, how different can it be?
Yeah, you're already 6 yards away from the goal line just by being in the shotgun.
3rd and goal.
And the penetration from Ole Miss makes it 3rd and longer than they had the previous
That's
play.
right. Now it is a yard away. 3rd and goal.
Now do you try to slip it back out there? You just didn't stop twice. Do you slip somebody to the flat?
There it is. And it's Taylor for the touchdown. Mason Taylor, 1-yard scoring catch.
So Mason Taylor, number 86, we told you his daddy, Jason Taylor, not a bad player. His mother, Katina, is the brother of Zach Thomas. That's pretty good bloodline.
That is.
Right?
And here he is with his first college touchdown.
And I believe his brother plays for Arizona.
Yeah.
Because we met her on the way back on that overnight flight from Arizona after we did that opening game, Arizona against San Diego State.
I know you and I did his uncle Zach Thomas game back at Texas Tech. One time he got about 22 tackles. Extra point is good.
A lot of people question whether he could play in the NFL.
Yeah, that worked out okay.
Yeah, they were all wrong.
So the freshman with his first scoring catch trots in, and the Tigers take the lead. We got a good one, Zook. 24-20, our aerial coverage of today's game, brought to you by Goodyear. And Ole Miss will work from the 25. Invesco brings you today's Scholar Athletes. Jackson Dart from Ole Miss. Josh Williams, who was big on that last drive for LSU. Invesco proud to support student athletes on and off the field with a donation of $1,000 to both Ole Miss and LSU's general scholarship funds.
So this Ole Miss team, and as Lane told Jenny at halftime, has been moving the ball, but they haven't scored since the second drive of the game. I mean, they've for touchdown. They've had a touchdown. They've kicked field goals. Right. They have not been able to put it in the end zone.
Bentley dropped for a loss by Baskerville. Remember, Zach Evans not playing today. They're trying to give Quinshon Judkins a little breather, and they put in Bentley. It's nice to have a Bentley in the garage when you need one.
And by the way, those are those run stunts where he's got a hole, he's at the snap, he's getting to the backfield, run or pass.
Jackson Dart sidestepping the pressure, trying to get back to the line of scrimmage. Might have got a yard out of it, but it's 3rd and long, a flag down.
Holding, defense number 2. The penalty is 10 yards from the previous spot and includes an automatic first down.
Okay, Mackay Garner with the penalty, and it's an automatic first down.
10 yards. First down at the...
That'll move it out to the 32-yard line.
And just as importantly, a first down on the play, automatic.
Judkins back in there. Dart wanted to go left. Now throws in the middle. Got it complete. Malik Heath. It's been a big-time player for him today.
When he threw this football, I thought it was an interception. And then Malik Heath comes in there between 3 defenders and just goes out and plucks it out of midair.
First down at the 45 of LSU. 6 for 142 for Malik Heath. Well, we thought Jonathan Mingo would be the big-time guy today.
They started out that way.
Yeah, he did. Dart throws it in the ground. Perkins was given chase again.
So Jackson Dart started 3 games for USC a year ago. Now he's starting in his 2nd year. He's still only 19 years old.
Wow. Pretty talented guy. I was shocked by what a good runner he was.
Yep. Gatorade Player of the Year for Utah. I mean, USC don't recruit a lot of players that aren't highly decorated, right? Especially a quarterback.
Came in the transfer portal. One of several. As Lane Kiffin's got a new moniker called the Portal King.
I think also it's either 2 or 3 years. The COVID stuff changes everything. I don't know if he's eligible for 3 or 2 more years.
Here's a guy that is a freshman, Judkins, and the helmet comes off for the guy that was trying to tackle him and ran him out of bounds.
Pretty good bet that if Judkins stays healthy, he's only a 3-year player for sure. These running backs, they do not like a lot of wear on the tires, and he gets to the outside this time, and again, another positive play.
The stiff arm knocked Greg Penn's helmet out, so Penn had to come out for a play.
Nothing. Decision. I don't think it's much a decision. He's going to go for it on 4th down. If I'm LSU, I'm looking for number 2 if he's going to keep the ball here.
4th down.
Plenty of time. 20 seconds to go. Very short yardage.
Empty backfield. Judkins comes out in a slot on the left. Everybody bunched in on the right. And now he's going to rejoin his quarterback. And he'll run with it from the vacated area of Judkins. Oh, boy, I don't know.
I thought he got to the line. And I thought the line is a first down. Did he get across the line?
Boucher brought him down. And then we give him a first down.
Boy, I don't know. That could be reviewed. I'd review that one if I was. Oh, they snapped
it. They don't get it blown dead. And now Dart comes up firing and throws it out of bounds. And took a shot as well.
Dart's pass incomplete.
I thought that was reviewable there on a 4th down play.
This is a different angle. Maybe we'll see it better here.
Yeah, from behind, I don't think you're going to be able to tell at all there.
2nd down, 10. 35.
The ball came out at the end as well. This is the actual play. I didn't think he got there.
I don't think so either. They get an extra 4 downs I think the ball should be LSU's football.
As it is, 2nd down and 10 for the Rebels at the 6-minute mark, 3rd quarter. A little bit of a high snap. Dart had to get rid of it in a hurry, and he did. Complete to Watkins again, 1st down.
What a best throw of the day, I think, by Jackson Dart. Watch him get rid of it, man, right in his face. It's like the shortstop give the sliding guy on the double play, right? You got to get rid of it. He's coming right at you.
He got it right in the grill, but he got it out there complete, and now Judkins goes back to work for 5 more.
That was an impressive throw. Sidearmed it. Say he knew he was going to eat some shoulder pads on that throw, didn't he?
That's right.
I said he was sometimes too brave of a runner. Well, he was a courageous thrower on that one.
Everybody looks to the sideline for a 2nd down and 6.
Remember, a holding penalty got a 1st down, and then a spot that was close got him another 1st down.
Back in the red zone. Watkins in motion. Judkins trying to wait for his blockers. Got it down to the 15, and I'm not sure how, but he did.
Micah Pettis that time, number 57, the right tackle, was fighting as hard as he could to hook the defender. He tried to hold him. He couldn't do it. Defended the edge.
Judkins head of steam again down inside the 10, 1st and goal.
Falls forward every time, runs behind his shoulder pads, runs low, breaks or kind of sidesteps tackles. Doesn't do it with great speed like Gibbs, but a different style.
He's shifty and powerful at the same time.
Where Gibbs had the shifty and fast. This is shifty and powerful.
2nd down to go. They're going to have to earn all of it, though. They're at the 9-yard line. Just inside the 9. Dart got hit as he threw, and it's one-handed intercepted. What a catch by Joe Fouché. He just stole that.
It looked like one-on-one coverage, but Fouché comes from all the way inside, and the ball was really badly underthrown. That's why I think he got hit just as he let the ball go, and the ball died. It needed to be way further out.
Odell Beckham Jr. is going. Nice catch.
Baskerville on the play. Tough position to get him. That's what causes the short throw. The rush could not be stepped into, and then Tennyson comes over, one-hands it. Fouché does. Boy, what a play. And Lane goes, that was interference.
Great look from our AT&T 5G pylon cam. That one-handed Fouché interception, his 1st of the year, gives it back to the offense. And they got the lead. And they got a 1st down to Jeray Jenkins.
Daniels pass complete to Jeray Jenkins.
Jaden Daniels shows off his arm strength from the far hash. He doesn't throw into the boundary on this one. He goes all the way across the field and throws a rope. This is proving why he was a big-time recruit right there.
Down under 4 minutes in the 3rd quarter. LSU driving with the lead. And Josh Williams for about 5 more.
Handoff gets hit again. Watch him hand the ball off. Boom. Takes another one right in the face.
Josh Williams, 59 yards on his 11 carries. And a total of 339 for the Tigers. 2nd down and 5. They give it to him again. Tripped up before he could get to the 1st down marker.
But again, the balance is staying there for LSU. They're throwing the ball well. They're running the ball well. Rushed for over 150 yards in this game. That helps out. As Nez told you, they got 2 true freshmen offensive linemen, tackles, left and right tackle, high school players a year ago.
Man.
Talented, but they're helping them with the running game.
3rd down at about 1.5 yards. The 2 tight ends will swap sides. Williams got it with 2nd effort. They had him bottled up, and he popped through there.
So this Ole Miss defense is known for attacking and stunning and getting their tackles for the loss. They've had a bunch of them this year. but just enough on short yardage. They couldn't steal anything on the play in the backfield. They've had 47 tackles for a loss. That includes their sacks, 19 of them coming into the game.
Noah Cain's going to give Josh Williams a breather. Checks in at the tailback spot for the Tigers, but the throws out in the flat. Booty, his best game of the day, and he's hit at the end of that a little bit shaken up, but he got a first down.
I think even though Booty's playing the whole game, I don't think he's 100%. He twisted his ankle. He's out there doing it, but I think he's lost that extra step that he had before. Good enough, but not the Booty that gained over 300 yards against these guys a couple of years ago.
That's right. An unbelievable performance, record-setting performance back in the 2020 season. Here he is in motion up to the top of the screen. First down from the 40. Jaden Daniels loads and fires and got it complete.
Knee was down when he caught the ball.
Caught it at about the 25. Brian Thomas.
I'll tell you, starting the year, there were a lot of people wondering if Brian Kelly would change quarterbacks and go with Nussmeier, the young player they feel so highly about. Daniel's struggling a bit, but boy, has he found himself.
Yep,
right? The patience
really
has proved fruitful for Brian Kelly.
Under a minute to go, third quarter. 214 through the air, 58 on the ground. And looking for more points here from the 26-yard line. Low snap, and the ball's hit and flutters out there. It's incomplete, but he got a hand on it. Thomas tried to scoop it up.
It looked like that field goal last week, right?
So second down and 10.
26 yards.
Well, the LSU defense was able to get a stop with an interception on the last drive. Can Ole Miss get a stop, turnover, hold them to a field goal? That's the challenge.
Booty. An end around. Not going to get the first down. It'll be third and about 2.
Yeah, but a positive play on second and long. It's going to get to the fourth quarter if LSU wants to let the clock run and make a decision on third and about 5.
Third down, 6.
And you saw Brian Kelly wave him off and said, we're going to wait till the fourth quarter.
So everybody will hold up 4 fingers in this one. Who's going to have the football last at the end of the game? We played 3. A good one in Baton Rouge.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Tigers trying to stop the unbeaten streak of the Rebels of Ole Miss. 15 minutes to play. Don't go away. Trailing the Tigers of LSU. And LSU opens up the quarter on a third down. Need to get to the 16-yard line to move the chains. Jaden Daniels got it there and then some. First down at the 11. Kyron Lacey.
4-man rush, cushion to the outside. He took the cushion. Short throw to the sideline into the boundary. Prince that time a little bit too much room for that short throw.
So Lacey, one play comes out, but he got him to the 11-yard line. They can get another first down at the 1.
A lot of space over there in the slot on boot team number 7.
Daniels a keep. Daniels to the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
So what do? How about pull your tight end, the H-back from the opposite side. Mason Taylor comes across the formation, hooks him, gets a good block to the outside, caught one last time, and blocked for his quarterback on this one.
AT&T pylon cam. Jaden Daniels is going to jump right over that pylon cam for the score. Another big game for number 5, following what he did a week ago against Florida.
Big third down throw right there. went to the right guy, read it properly, calm feet. Everything they were trying to coach him for the first 4 or 5 weeks is coming out now really positively. Remember, he threw that touchdown pass against Florida State to tie the game.
Right.
They missed the extra point, get it blocked, I believe.
Now this one's under review.
By the way, Ness, we were a little bit tired after the game last week, Tennessee, Alabama. This officiating crew, led by referee Jason Autry, came up to me and he said, I was exhausted after the game. The two guys in the end zone said, as soon as they made it, I ran. We saw that too.
Gerald Hodges is our replay official. And I don't think there's any doubt about this. Gene, what do you think?
No, I don't either, guys. I think maybe because the quarterback never lands in the end zone, they were looking to see where the football was in relation to the pylon when it broke the plane. But to me, it's pretty clear that it was inside the pylon as he was airborne and broke the plane.
Gene, I was going to say, because we thought it was so obvious, that you were coming on to tell us about a restaurant you knew. Done games everywhere. You got anything to go after the game for us?
Give me a couple minutes, Gary. I'll get right back to you.
We'll be right here.
Yeah, we'll be here.
You got it.
Again, an airborne Jaden Daniels for what appears to be his second rushing touchdown of the day, his 8th of the season. And an extra point away from an 11-point cushion for the Tigers. Here's a call.
After video review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
Well, Brian Kelly won't mind that review, probably.
No.
Just took a couple minutes.
Well, that's NFL rules, though. On touchdowns, you're always going to look at those anyway. So I thought, as you called it, I thought it was pretty obvious, too.
Ramos sent for the point after. Up and good. Remember, this started with an end zone interception by Joe Fouché. And then Jaden Daniels says, with my arm, with my legs, 80 yards, 9 plays, up by 11. Down wise, and you just scored another one a moment ago to give his team an 11-point lead. He's been special the last couple weeks.
And so Ole Miss starts out, they've scored touchdowns. 2 of them looks like, they could put 35 points up. And then all of a sudden, since then, a field goal.
From the goal line. And a swarming LSU special teams brings down Dayton Wade before he can get to the 15-yard line. Nobody can do Halloween like TV's monster hit comedy Ghosts. See why critics call it genuinely hilarious and an upbeat treat. Join the Halloween party of the year with the new Ghosts after Young Sheldon this Thursday on CBS.
15-yard return, first and 10 Ole Miss.
And so Ole Miss is going to have to go a long ways now, 85 yards away from trying to cut into the lead. Jackson Dart started off red hot, and he's cooled off, and he's been hit a few times. And that last one, while he was trying to throw, a hit by Baskerville caused the interception. Looks over to Watkins, now backpedals and goes deep down the middle. Oh, they had Mingo open.
Would have loved to have seen Mingo to turn around and stick out both hands on this catch. Turns around, just sticks out one hand, tries to make the catch. Had his rhythm going in one direction.
Yeah.
Would have loved to see him plant that foot and try to grab it.
15-yard line.
And he's hit as he throws again. Incomplete.
And he's lucky he didn't throw a strike on that one, because that had been going the other direction by Baskerville. Harold Perkins puts the pressure, and look, if that was a good throw, that would have been a pick 6.
Now it's 3rd and 10. And here comes the Baton Rouge faithful to help out their defense.
Here's Perkins right here and giving them problems coming off the edge.
Dart in trouble. Again hit as he throws incomplete. It's 4th down.
Dart's pass.
Pressure from the outside, pressure up the middle. That time it was Roy 99 up the middle. Perkins from the outside, nowhere to go, throws it off balance, and the
flag down 2.
I don't know. I don't think that's rough in the pass. Are they calling it intentional grounding? A lot of talking going on here.
After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Defense number 40. Contact against an official. The penalty is 15 yards from the spot.
Oh, wow.
That includes an automatic
So
first down.
after he makes the pressure, he finishes off talking to the quarterback and gets the unsportsmanlike penalty. Brian Kelly gives him a little talk, but he puts the freshman back out on the field as well, though.
Big penalty on Perkins, the freshman.
And I hope that was worth it, because that's a big call right there. How
fans don't think it was worth it.
How demonstrative was it? Sometimes as an official, you just like to turn away and not hear that one.
So another chance for Dart. He throws one out to Mingo, and Mingo's out across the 40.
Look at how Ole Miss has dodged it. Remember, the poor throw to the outside could have been a pick 6. And I think it was not to the quarterback, it was to the lineman that he was talking to.
Meanwhile,
Judkins
on the carry.
5-yard line to the 46. Ole Miss 46. Picked up 5 yards. Second and 5.
Whatever it was costly.
I don't know. I thought personally they both were yelling at each other, and it could have been nothing, if you ask me.
Judkins brought down by Allegay.
No punches were thrown. They were just jawing. A lot of emotions going on out there.
They're down.
But big break for Ole Miss. Let's see what they do with it.
Got another opportunity on 3rd down here. Last time the pressure got to them, but they got a free one by penalty.
I think if you're calling plays here with Lane Kiffin, you're thinking I've got 4 downs. 2 more to get this if I need it.
Watkins and Mingo and the tight end Casey Kelly all to Dart's left. Dart with a run all the way. Got the first down.
Yeah, I think there's going to get holding, though.
Yard carry left side.
This one's coming back.
6. Gardner with the stop.
Carried the run, holding, offense, number 1. 10-yard penalty.
on Mingo.
He did.
Repeat, 3rd down.
It was penalized. 10 yards for holding.
Sprint out to the left. Quarterback keeper. Mingo is right up here. Could not tell.
Ball's at the 38.
Ole Miss making it hard on themselves.
It's 3rd down.
With their 9th penalty.
At the 38-yard line. They're down 13.
3rd down and 13. Judkins flushes out of the backfield.
3-man rush with a spy.
Dart, here comes the heat. Throws late, complete, but well short of the first down. Only picked up a couple, and now another injury as Heath is holding his shoulder again.
Yeah, I think right tackle Pettis, number 57, got called for holding on the play. Yep, and it will be declined by Brian Kelly.
Holding, offense, number 57. The penalty is declined. Result of the play is a 4th down.
We have an Ole Miss player shaking
So
off.
Malik Heath made the catch for just a short couple-yard gain, and he is in some pain.
Oh, man.
And you're looking at Tiger Stadium in Baton Rouge. The Tigers lead Ole Miss by 11. It's a 4th down and 11, and the Rebels will have to give it up. Frazier Mazin to punt. Gregory Clayton waiting back on the other end. Made a clean, fair catch of one earlier. This is a wobbler, and he's going to take it on the bounce. And he got back to the 10. Probably saved a few yards, though. That might have rolled all the way down to the 2. And there is a flag down.
For the Tigers. Now Woodard on the stop. 2-yard return. 1st and 10 at the 10.
Looks like it might be back to the 5, though, right? With Brian Polian running out there, not liking the call.
Brian Kelly trying to restrain his special teams coordinator.
Or will they do it all over again? No, they were off illegal formation, maybe, huh? For Ole Miss. They'll let them repunt that one.
Illegal formation, kicking team. Number 22 went to an eligible position after lining up inside the line of scrimmage. The 5-yard penalty had been enforced from the previous spot. Repeat 4th down.
They'll bring it all back and do it again.
5 yards.
There's Malik Heath in some pain on the sideline, holding his shoulder after that last catch.
Replay 4th down. We have some technical difficulties on
replay here. And the punter, Fraser Mazin. Set to kick again.
The game is stopped for a medical stop. Timeout.
And we have a medical stoppage, I believe is what they just said, for a timeout.
One more look at that formation. Illegal. Usually that means you have too many people lined up in the backfield. I think it's this guy right there lined up.
That's what I think, yes. Okay, so there was the player that they were worried about, and they'll replace him in this punt formation. So the medical observer stopped the game, and now the trainers are over there checking on him. And all in all, a repunt here by Mazin. They almost got to him. And this one is rolling all the way to the end zone.
First down for the Tigers.
Thought we might have a worse field position almost for this.
That's right.
So Jaden Daniels has calmly directed this offense, reading where to go with the ball, scanning like he showed us earlier. Got a good comeback catch by his receiver on that one on an underthrown ball, but he's done it all with his legs, with his reads, understanding the offense, and showing why he was a highly coveted recruit when he went to Arizona State.
Grew up just about 15 miles from C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young and those guys. A lot of talent came out of that same area.
Played Little League ball against Bryce Young?
Yeah.
Yes.
Said he played just about like he does now, only even better now.
I believe it.
Daniels to throw on first down. Rips it to the far sideline and a first down catch. Pickup of 11 by number 11, Brian Thomas.
Mike Denbrook, offensive coordinator, and Brian Kelly now have confidence in their quarterback. They're letting him throw the ball anywhere on the field. He's earned their trust.
27 first downs for LSU. Driving is Goodwin. He's still going. The helmet came off. Got to stop the play finally.
Across the 35. Tackled by
Goodwin coming back from that hamstring injury. Showed he's still got some strength in those legs, right?
Yes. Man.
6 yards.
Hurt that hamstring against New Mexico. Gary said had surgery on it. He's driving, man. He's worked hard to get back in there, and he's doing the job. Josh Williams will take his spot here. So he had to go out one play with no helmets. And on 2nd and 4, it is Josh Williams. Ran into a wall, but still got about a yard and a half or 2 out of it. Remember how important this game is. Not only did Ole Miss come in undefeated and ranked 7th in the country, but they're atop the West standings. LSU can take the #1 spot, at least for a moment anyway, if they can hold on here at home.
It's a long 2 here, right? Ole Miss, I got to believe, is going to come after Daniels, at least with 5 players. Where do they come from? Looks like he's coming from over here, doesn't it?
Here comes one extra guy up close.
There's another one.
Daniels fires complete. First down. Big hit on Neighbors.
So
he's saying he got targeted.
Yeah, we don't watch anywhere near the film that these guys watch. But when you see a player backed up by another player, you can almost bet that that front guy's coming off the slot.
7 yards in the first down.
You got a defensive player on the slot and a safety right behind him. That guy's coming.
10 minutes to go. LSU up 11. Mason Taylor in motion will settle in on the right side. And Daniels is going to keep. He got to the edge somehow. He's run out of bounds, but he got close to a first down as he got the corner over there.
Got the edge. Good job on the edge, blocking that edge that time again. Mason Taylor.
They gave him the first down.
Yes, they did.
Wow.
I actually think LSU would have liked to have 2nd and inches.
Yeah, no kidding. Just burn some more clock.
Yep.
Jaden Daniels just glides when he runs. He doesn't look like he's going that fast, but he is. First down at the 43. Daniels in trouble. Got out of it somehow. Jaden Daniels. And he slides and he's hit.
15 more.
Either going to be a targeting or personal foul. He slid. He gave himself up.
Totally. But I'll tell you, not only did he get himself up, but at the beginning, he got himself out.
No kidding.
That was the key part. And then right at the end, player is sliding, and Otis Reese. Unnecessary. He didn't, I don't think, target.
No, it wasn't targeted.
But it's going to be roughing.
It was a forearm.
Yeah.
He just picked up 12 yards on that scamper to the 31-yard.
After play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense number 3. The penalty is 15 yards added to the end of the run and includes an automatic first down.
As soon as that quarterback starts his slide, the officials will protect him on any hit.
Giving himself up right there.
I will admit, it's a tough play for those defenders. They're ready to hit, ready to hit. The guy's been gaining all those yards. Daniels is now, what, close to 100 yards rushing in this game?
And 2 touchdowns on the ground. Back in the red zone at the 17. LSU putting on a show right now. They've only got 8:40 to have to hold on. Daniels again got out of there, and he'll score again. Look at the smile on his face. $17 yards, his 3rd touchdown on the ground today.
Fake and follow. A staple of these shotgun run games with a running quarterback. Fake and follow, finds the hole, and trots in.
He was special last week, more special maybe today.
Kick is good.
8:36 remains, and now Ole Miss has got some work to do because Jaden Daniels is running wild. Right now, playing as well as they played all year at home on homecoming, and then we'll head to Jacksonville next week. Not a bad month.
Not a bad month, and they got a quarterback coming into his own and a bye before Alabama coming here. 35-3 run.
The quarterback comparison at the beginning of this thing, Jackson Dart was almost perfect, and he still is having a good day. But the guy on the right has put together another classic performance. Over 100 rushing, 5 total touchdowns.
Ole Miss
2 passing, 3 on the ground, including that 17-yarder just a couple of minutes ago.
And I'll tell you, if you think forward, if he comes back for another year next year, he's a guy you're going to have to watch where he, in the Heisman vote, in this whole thing with LSU, they're going to grow significantly a year from now.
Malik Heath is back in there after injuring his shoulder. Jenny tells us he's okay, and he is back out there right now. First down at the 22. Dart throws out. What a catch by Judkins. He's not going to get much out of it, but he did make the reception. He's not big as a receiver out of the backfield because he does most of his damage on the ground.
I thought it was Jones, Tavion Jones, number 35, the true self. He's rotating in, and he says, I want a shot. Okay, let me give you a shot at this quarterback. Everybody else has been hitting him.
Defense, 15 yards added to the end of the play. Includes an automatic first down.
Oh, that's a big penalty. Goes against LSU.
Tigers are penalized 15 yards. Dead ball. Personal foul.
I did not see the... I thought that was not a good call. I thought that was really a soft call.
We sure it wasn't on the hit on Judkins on the far side? Pushing him out of bounds.
Yes. I still think he held him up. I was like, gee, he tried to accelerate, and then he slowed down and got called.
Yeah. There's an end around, and a jet sweep.
Oh, that one wasn't soft.
Dayton Wade got leveled.
Wade carried the ball right side. Perkins led the tacklers.
Okay, so watch, he comes out, gets hit.
Second down, 8.
I don't know. Did he call that on 30 on that play?
Yeah. He was trying to hold him up as he
No, he barely nudged him.
This one's low, but caught by Wade.
I don't know.
Wade said, I caught it. I don't know. Maybe we're going to say incomplete.
Third down.
And he is emphatic, trying to tell Lane Kiffin, I caught the ball.
43-yard line.
Hasn't been an easy day on either quarterback as far as taking shots. Third down and 8. They need to get to the 49 at LSU. Again, they hit Dart as he throws, incomplete. No flag on the end.
That's been the story so far in the second half, isn't it? Pressure, pressure, pressure. This time coming right up the middle, Ojulari does. Stunt, and you could feel that after a while. That clock in your head as a quarterback is speeding up fast now. Not much choice, have to go for it here with the score the way it is.
Fourth down and 8. Their own 43. Not a lot of time left to work when you're down by 18. This could be the ball game all rolled into one play. Dart, the pressure's coming again. He's going down again. LSU takes over on downs. Mingo and Ojulari get there.
It's been the story of the second half. The offensive line for Ole Miss, who blocks so well when the running game is going, but when it becomes a passing game against these elite pass rushers for LSU, has just broken down. Not enough time to throw the ball for Ole Miss.
And the best new fall show, help yourself to a new So Help Me Todd, Thursday at 9, 8 Central on CBS.
Last drive, Caden Daniels did a little passing, but mostly his legs. He had 3 big runs, one avoiding a sack that could have been a negative play that Ole Miss needed badly. And then he finished it off with a fake and follow right up there, smiling all the way into the end zone.
And now they take over at the 38. Goodwin, nice carry. So we check in with Jenny.
Brad, since Daniels transferred from Arizona State, Brian Kelly said he's seen such a transformation in him. He used one word, and that word was assertive. Daniels told me he's learned to go out there and just trust what he sees. I've been down on the field right next to him after those 2 touchdowns, just celebrating with his teammates. It is loud, fiery, and fun on this sideline, guys.
He used to be really quiet when we first met him as a freshman, and it was fun to sit and chat with him yesterday and see how he's matured, both as a man and right now as a quarterback for this team. Second down at 4. Goodwin, first down. They'll go some more clock now. We're under 7 to go.
I'll tell you what, I've been impressed with Goodwin, haven't you?
Yep.
Strong. Remember, before he was hurt, he was the leading rusher for this LSU football team.
Yep. Josh Williams started today, played a good majority of it, and he played strong. John Emery's the only guy that really hasn't played. Noah Kane has played some.
Great balance for this LSU team, rushing and passing, over 225 yards running.
Oh, he'll take that every week.
Yep.
Good one again. And then offensive line still pushing people around.
Well, a lot of people question the strength of Ole Miss's schedule coming into this game. When we talked, are they real? Nobody's questioning the strength of the rest of their schedule.
That's for sure. At A&M, Alabama, and Oxford.
Most everyone ranks the rest of their schedule, including this game, in the top 5 of the toughest schedules in college football.
LSU now closing in on 500 yards of offense. They had 528 against Florida last week. Second down and 6 at the 23. Daniels pulls it, keeps it, gets the first down and more. Down to the 13, maybe the 12.
This play has really hurt Ole Miss all game. They shift to an unbalanced line to the left side of the field. Okay, then they bring across number 86 Taylor, and the quarterback keeps it behind him.
First down for the Tigers, 10 yards.
Behind the line of scrimmage, sneak him out there. Sometimes you throw it to him, other times you just follow the big guy.
Taylor gets a good block. Daniels cuts inside the block and has it down at the 14.
And you're going to eat up another 2 minutes off the clock here on the football.
Look at the last 2 games. 6 rushing touchdowns.
First and 10, the 13-yard line.
And I think the other part of this game, if you're Lane Kiffin, as he's watching this game and thinking about the rest of his schedule, he's going, you know, we have to score points. Our defense is not going to be able to shut people down. We have to get in the 40-point range to win these games.
Like they have been coming in like 41 a game. They're not going to get to 41 today.
Second down 5 at the 8.
It's a good feeling for LSU, just looking at the sideline, burning the play clock.
Nothing better.
And right now, the only thing LSU fans would love to have back is an extra point against Florida State, huh?
For sure.
Extra point that hit.
There's a path for them. I mean, if they beat Alabama,
absolutely,
right? I mean,
I'm just saying they could be.
I guess I don't think it matters. I mean, if they win the SEC championship, they're going to be in the playoffs.
To be the team with 2 losses to do it.
They're still going to be in the playoffs. They're going to look at that first game and not hold it against them.
Aiden Daniels almost got there again. What he did get is first and goal.
Funny, when you win football games, all the talk about Brian Kelly's accent, the Southern accent's no longer.
That doesn't matter anymore.
If you can coach, we don't care.
By the way, he didn't get a first down. It's 3rd down and inches. Again, the 2 tight end shift.
Unbalanced.
And Josh Williams for the first down and almost the touchdown.
Might be able to just take a knee, and Lane might not call any timeouts and just both sides concede here.
First down for the Tigers. First and goal, the 1-yard line.
At the 1.
Reese Johnson on the stop.
Brian Kelly is going to be 3-1 against Lane Kiffin when this one's over. The other 2 victories, Notre Dame over USC. This one's going to feel good, though, for everybody here in town. And this team with 2 tackles and a tight end that are starting that are freshmen, and they're just bulldozing now. Touchdown, Josh Williams. He deserves one.
Bulldozing against the world, because Emory Jones that time, the true freshman right tackle, pushes his guy in the end zone, right up the middle, Turner and Frazier.
Ramos in for the point after.
When Ole Miss failed to score on the deep pass, and when they had it down there with the penalty, seemed to turn the game around, and I think also the interception.
No doubt.
Their last chance.
Boucher with that one-handed interception, and ever since that, LSU, those young big eaters up front celebrating. They shoot. Rick and BJ will bring you the best highlights from around the country on the College Football Postgame Show presented by Rocket Mortgage. Just a couple minutes away. LSU has scored touchdowns on their last 4 drives. This game was 17-3 Ole Miss at one point on the first play of the second quarter, and from that point on, it's been all Tigers.
All Tigers. We'll say this. You know, we've talked about Lane, how he builds his offense without having the full 3-headed monster. You can see I played a little bit left-handed, throwing the ball a little bit more than he wanted to. Eventually, his offensive line just kind of caved in.
Yeah.
But how about Brian Kelly, okay? Leaving Notre Dame to come in here, dip himself right into the SEC, okay, where you got to win championships or you get criticized. And he said, I look forward to it. And the one thing he has proved, no matter where he's gone, he can build programs.
There's a happy quarterback and coach. And he also said, I not only wanted to do it in the SEC, I wanted to have to go through Alabama to maybe snatch another national championship, which I thought was pretty interesting. You want to go against the best.
Now, I'm just wondering, was that off the record or was that on the record? I think that was on the record.
I don't know. I just said it.
I know. I was like to see, like, when you challenge Alabama like that, it's like, whoa, you know.
They're going to have a chance in a couple weeks.
Yeah. I want to go through Alabama. Okay.
26-year-old.
Well, let's put it this way. There's no avoiding them.
I was going to say, you got to do it no matter you say it or not.
I'll tell you, Ed O, Coach O did that, right?
He did.
Built his whole program saying we got to go through. Said it a little different the way I'm saying it, but we got to go through Alabama.
Judkins, big opening for the freshman, his longest run of the day. And he's going to come out with good numbers today. It's just not going to be a W for number 4. But he's got a bright future. Boy.
Just hoping at this part of the game, you know, when you're getting these extra yards like this, you know, nobody injury at this point of the game, right?
Yep. Dart down the middle, throws up. Dart to Mingo. And we're down to a minute. From the 39. Jackson Dart, pressure coming up the middle, got it across the middle, and Judkins keeping his balance, got about 9 out of it.
Dart's pass is complete. Judkins, no tackle on the play.
They reset in a hurry, and we're down to 40 seconds at the next snap or less. Judkins with a stiff arm. He's taking some guys with him. He's not quite done running yet today. LSU's remaining schedule. They'll get a shot at Alabama.
Yep.
And at Arkansas, UAB, and finish off at A&M.
The traditional bye before the Alabama game. That's going to be a big weekend for the SEC. How about that? Tennessee, Georgia, Alabama, LSU.
That's a pretty good day of football.
3:30, 7:30.
Might be the final play right here. Dart. Being chased, going down, ball is out. Will be covered by Casey Kelly, but that'll do it. Last play of the game is a sack.
And let's just hope Dart is not injured. Got up, looks like he's okay.
Homecoming happiness. in Baton Rouge. The Magnolia Bowl goes to the Tigers as they now have won 7 straight in this matchup here in Baton Rouge. And there's the star of the show. The second embrace with his head coach. One on the sideline, one at midfield.
Hey, you count for 5 touchdowns, you get a hug, right?
Yep, you get a hug, or 2 hugs, actually.